I'm wondering if you would like to maybe show what the two products look like briefly with a quick screen share, and maybe walk us through a little bit at a high level of what the platform can do.
Of course. So Anjalika will present you our historical product, Mozzaik365, and I will show you our second model.
So here, like we said, this is our first product, which is Mozzaik365. Like we said, we address three business challenges: communication, collaboration, and knowledge management. So here, I'll give you a quick preview of the key features in every page. So communication, and then the HR hub, which is in collaboration, and finally, in knowledge management, the advanced search. So these are some of our key features. So as we said, we add a lot of design elements, and the user experience is really central to our product. So as you can see here, this is the communication page, or the home page, where of course you can have a lot of top-down corporate communication. Then you can also have a very selective news for specific target audiences. So here the end user can choose the topics that he's interested in and subscribe to those specific themes. So that is in the section called My Personal Section. And then, of course, what is really interesting is that often with employees, we see that the social media activities of companies go unnoticed, and the work being done by the communication departments is not really being capitalized on. So we're really trying to do that by integrating all of the external social media activities onto the employee's internal platform. So on your social media feeds, like we mentioned earlier, you can include LinkedIn posts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and blogs as well. So here is a quick preview of the social media feed. So like here you can see we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, and so on and so forth. So that was for the communication page. Now, if we move on to the HR hub, which is a collaborative space, again, here, the design element is inevitable. So you can see that we've put in a lot of work to really create more engaging and more beautiful spaces for employees. And then, of course, you have this interesting box here, which centralizes all the external tools that an HR might use. So here, for example, you have My Desk, Cosmos. Then you can also have your tools where you put in your holidays, or you receive your per diems, your salary, pay slips, etc. So again, these are all the different collaborative tools. And you can, what is very interesting here is that you can see who are the latest newcomers, for example. So that's always a nice way to keep the company culture growing, to be informed about who's joined the company, what is their position, what they do within the company. So this is a web part that we've developed called the newcomers. And of course, an essential element of collaboration is being able to find the right people or the right experts within the organization. So for that, this is one of our key features. It's the organization chart. So I can do a quick search. For example, since we're all about SharePoint today, if I look for a SharePoint expert, I can simply put in the keyword, and it gives me all the results for SharePoint experts. Here I find 3 profiles. And if I click on one of them, for example, Adele Vance, you can see that it's a very dynamic way of displaying information, first of all. So you can obviously contact the person directly. You have all their information. Then you also have information about their areas of interest, the skills they have, etc. And finally, of course, you can also see who is her line manager or who are her team members. So for example, if I click on Vladimir, it also gives me who Vladimir is under. So here we see it's Adele Vance. And if I go back to Adele Vance, we can also see the other team members she has. So it's a very dynamic way of displaying all the information about a collaborator within your company.
This is
so
really
these are
great.
some of the key features, yeah.
One of the things that really stands out to me about the Mozzaik365 product is just how deeply integrated it is. It's difficult to tell where SharePoint ends and Mozzaik begins, which I think is the point, that it's supposed to be a wonderful user experience coming into this and using information that is, frankly, it's in the Microsoft product, but being able to surface it and display it at the right time in a very usable, consumable fashion is one of the strengths, I think, of what you guys are doing.
And also, we say often that it's kind of our USP, the nature of our product, because we're so integrated into SharePoint that we basically are just SharePoint, but in a more beautiful space.
I love it. I love it.
And finally, maybe I could show you a quick feature of knowledge management. So often in companies, finding the right information easily is quite can be quite hard. And so for that, we've developed an advanced search, which has essentially 3 components to it. So of course, you have the search bar, where you can search by keyword or search by the person who published the content, or you can also search by filters. So for this, we've created a lot of filters. And you have the third component to the advanced search, which is the results. Again, the results can also be filtered by type of content. So if it's a PDF, it's a PowerPoint, if it's a JPEG, etc. So this is one of the key features of Knowledge Management Center.
Really great. Thank you, Anjalika.